Ohio River. It is Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, a good battle in the AFC North. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Oates, and that's the kicker, Tyler Luke, set to get this started. And we are underway at Paycor Stadium. And they bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They are led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020, national champion at LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They may not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 8. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Gesicki, the man in motion. They're going to work this down inside the 45. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Brown. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They go play action for Burrow. Open man downfield. Chase has it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Burrow and his favorite target, Chase, for the Cincinnati first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll run here with Brown. And he'll take this down to about the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, Burrow. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
3rd down and 7.
Now, Burrow. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
So a sack is definitely not ideal, Mike, but the last thing you want to do down here on this part of the field is turn the ball over by forcing a play that's not there. So he sees time running out. He's got no choice but to eat the ball, but at least he can live to play another down.
Oh my God, I can't believe what I watched. Oh my God, let's play together.
4th down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try.
25-yard
This
attempt.
about as short as you can get. Oh, the snap, a poor one, and it's blocked. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short, and the block kick leads to a turnover on downs.
So they clearly have a beat on this kicking unit. Now, there's two ways to do it. They either have a tip on the long snapper or the holder. But either way, in this case, they're able to time the snap count perfectly, gain an advantage on the outside, and come away with a huge block.
Play action now. Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Williams, the tight end, is in motion. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. He'll be brought down after a short pickup. At the 29.
Chris Jenkins. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And a good job rallying to the football. Holden's just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing Jackson. Now he'll air one out. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Bengals offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They moved the ball well on that opening drive, but nothing came out of it, so still scoreless. Offense back on the field for 1st and 10. A carry here for Brown. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Kyle Hamilton. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 12. To throw is Burrow. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and 12 yards.
Throwing to someone with his length, Mike, there's a lot of benefits. The catch radius, the ability to adjust to an off-target throw. But you have to also look at the other side of the coin there. For these defenses, those bigger, extended bodies, that's just a lot big target to go after and hit. So they're able to take advantage of it here. So I promise you, that receiver gets back into the huddle. He's telling his quarterback, hey, man, bring that ball down. I'm happy to go fight and compete for the ball, but you've got to protect me. A lot of times, the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt first time they had it, but they'll try again in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. I don't think I was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain. From the 24 now, Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's a give to Henry. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
21-yard line.
It is 3rd and long. Jackson going to keep this one himself. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up or thrown down for a loss.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Here's Jordan Stout now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. On 1st and 10, Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, we're going to do it.
Burrow fires quick to Higgins. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Burrow. Open left side is Gesicki. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 12
It's a pickup of 12. It's a Cincinnati
Bengals
1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll stay on the ground. And good red zone running here, taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of 8.
The pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Great job here by the defense, making sure that they have one defender responsible for the running back and one responsible for the quarterback. In this case, they decide to give it to the back. He's taken down for a loss.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's complete. It's Joseph. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd and it sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw, Burrow. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. It's Bengals football here to begin the second quarter. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal, as we are ready to get back underway. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Well, that's one way to make your presence felt. 3rd and goal. Not only do you get to the quarterback with your backs against the wall, but most likely save yourself some points depending what the offense decides to do here on 4th down.
So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This is about as short as you can get. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bengals will take a 3-0 lead. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Burrow. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken. That is Trey Hendrickson. Focused on the quarterback there, and he ran him down for a loss of 6.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They have had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
Burrow here on 2nd down. He pulls it in around the 5. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Not only does he let the ball go through his hands, he lets 6 points slip away with that drop. I mean, everyone else does their job. The ball's on target. Listen, this is the big boy league now. The reality is, you've just got to catch the ball.
They'll try and run for it, and he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On play action, here's Jackson. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small, and oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play, and it's third down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. A gain there of 15. First down, Baltimore.
Baltimore, first down. A gain of 15. First down, Ravens.
Here's the give to Henry running right. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
We're going to go right back to Henry. And a much more positive run here. That one good for 10, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd down coming up.
So you find yourself in 2nd and long. What you're thinking here as the play caller is just get this into a man-down situation. But after that rush attempt and that big gain, they now find themselves in 3rd and short, which makes it nice. They can run or pass.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
They just desperately need to get something positive going here, Mike. It just feels like they're a play away from really jump-starting everything they've talked about being good at throughout the course of the week's prep. And it's really been the inability to sustain drive. So critical 3rd downs, better on 1st and 2nd. Somewhere it's got to pop, and somebody's got to make a play.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Brown. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Burrow. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. Burrow to throw. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
And that's just great athleticism on display. He's trying to find someone past the sticks, but he can't. Finally, he says, I'm just going to go get this myself with my legs, and he does. What a run to pick up the 1st down.
They go play action for Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Brown. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line. That is a big play for Cincinnati. 38 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the RPO, it's a throw, and it's Higgins. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Higgins. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Burrow. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins.
So these are the growing pains. You hear people talk about it all the time, Mike. You roll a quarterback out there in his rookie year, and you're going to have some ups and downs. And it's the decision-making that they want to see continue to get better, because even though he avoids the sack, he puts the ball in harm's way and ends up going the other way.
The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down by Barrett Carter. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Jackson. There's a short one. Andrews. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. This one down the field, but wind up incomplete.
Well, if you like defensive games, I'm not going to lie, I don't typically love them. Well, then this game is for you. I mean, neither team can seem to get anything going here in the first half, and after that incompletion will likely end to another scoreless drive for this offense.
Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Play action now. It's Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a give up the middle, and he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll send a tight end in motion. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll push forward for about a yard. Teddy Buchanan is there on the tackle.
2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Now, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense just can't seem to get anything going in this opening half, Mike, and they're still looking for their first points of the game, and it's really these missed opportunities that are a big part of the reason they're really struggling here.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bengals get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Mitchell. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Ravens offense getting set to get back to work. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Defensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
They'll send Flowers in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. Open man is Tylan Wallace. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Jackson now. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
41-yard line.
Again, it's Jackson. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. The coverage by Demetrius Knight.
Second and 10. To the air one more time with Jackson. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Jackson up top again. He'll try and get there on the ground. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds, so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
The tackle by Demetrius Knight. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bengals 17-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, first and goal, at the very least.
And he will score! Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Ravens move out to a 7-3 lead.
Bengals 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Jones now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over first.
The Bengals offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Here's second and 2. Burrow now. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
15 yards on the play.
Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10. Here's Burrow. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. So now the Bengals use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Here's a third down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Results in a fourth down.
Here's Ryan Rico now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. About to get underway. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and
10. 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the first down.
The Bengals offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. It's complete. It's Yoshiba. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Really no hesitation on the part of the quarterback, Mike. I mean, he knew where that open receiver was going to be based on his pre-snap read. The defense did nothing to alter that picture, and that's a great play to start this drive.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 36-yard line.
Second down, Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
It's a gain
Pickup of 14 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Burrow. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Burrow here on 2nd down. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Burrow. Gesicki, he's got it. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's a Cincinnati first down.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the
Points have
35-yard
certainly
line.
been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
Here's Brown. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the 33, here's second and 8. Back to throw, Burrow. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw is Burrow. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Well, you talk about playing complementary team defense, Mike. Well, that is it in a nutshell. The coverage, do your job. Take away the easy pass lanes. Make the quarterback hold the ball for an extra count. That's all they needed to get that pass rush home, and it results in a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw is Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 9.
Throwing is Burrow. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball, and now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have?
Makes the score Ravens 7, Bengals 6.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Williams, the tight end, is in motion. A first down throw for Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's second down and 6. The shotgun, here's Jackson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's third down and 6 yards to go.
This is 3rd and 6. Throwing Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Baltimore.
They'll go again here with Henry. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about, it'll be second down.
At the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
One of the tight ends motions right. They'll give it, going left. There's Henry. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
2 yards. And it's third down.
It is 3rd and 10. Jackson looking to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it's going to lead to 4th down. Ravens bring their punt team out as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Hit that a little too well, lands a couple of yards in the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
Give him 14 yards on that play. One play, one first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Now Burrow on the bootleg. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the ground, here's Samaje Perine. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 11. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Burrow now to throw on first down. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And that will lead to a second down. Now, Burrow. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
10 yards to go.
They go play action for Burrow. Pass caught. Gesicki on the right. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's a Cincinnati first down.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look. It led to a nice game.
On first and 10, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosifov. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
At the 19-yard line.
The main goal for these quarterbacks when they're facing zone defense, Mike, is to identify the soft spots quickly. You need your guys to get open and stay open all before that defense has a chance to get home with their rush. They want to tie the coverage in with the rush unit. Like you see here, you get good protection, and your receivers can get open and find those open spots. You deliver the ball on time, there's a lot of room to operate.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So the field goal here gets you the late lead. You got to think you want 6 when you have it first down and goal. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able
to the goal line and in. Andre Yosifov. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they will indeed try to tack on 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
14, Ravens 7.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
On the return, it's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. This one complete to Bateman. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Baltimore.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. A gain of 14.
I like that call on 3rd down, keeping the ball on the ground. You see so often these defenses, Mike, on 3rd down, they bring out more defensive backs. They bring out some smaller bodies. They're anticipating 3rd down pass. There's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it with 3rd down run.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 4. In motion comes Andrews. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On the option, they give it to Henry. To take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a 1st down.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10.
And anytime you have one of these big backs, this is exactly the spot to use him. Just lower those pads, keep those legs moving. He's able to find just enough of a seam to pick up the 1st down.
Gonna go right back to Henry. Finding room to the 20. And he will get into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. So they take it the distance. The running back carrying it, Greg, looks like a little EA college football type play, but we see more and more of it in the NFL every day.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to the play is the threat of the quarterback pulling it and keeping it himself. You see the defender on the end of the line. That's his read. He gets caught flat-footed. Next thing you know, the running back has it through the crease, and he's gone.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
So they're trying to get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback. That's the best way to slow down any good pass rush, but the accuracy and the run after catch is a critical part of the play. So when this ball is not thrown out in front, what they call the front shoulder pad throw, it makes it really hard for this slant route to get completed, and the ball's thrown so far behind him.
And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Burrow and his favorite target, Chase, for the Cincinnati 1st down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most kickers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Burrow's pass, complete to Andre Yosivas. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Burrow. This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete.
Teddy Buchanan on the coverage.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Defense.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now Brown. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Mountain Matabike on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. Burrow to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Intended for T. Higgins. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Here's Burrow. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away. Important punt here in this tie game late.
The Ravens take
Derrick
over
Henry
1st and
heading
10
out along with the rest
at their own
of this
23-yard
Ravens
line.
offense. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Now Jackson on the move. Throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run the draw. Here's Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At the 30-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. A give right up the middle to Henry. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Raven 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
He takes off. Ooh. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
Gain of 26 more
That
yards.
one good for 26 yards.
Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the give, here's Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Ravens.
Here's the give to Henry, running right. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Here's second and 2. Bateman is the motion man. He'll step up and run.
Jackson on the keeper.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is third and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he will have the Ravens first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on third and inches.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
That's a gain of 3. It's third and 1.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Crowd noise rises. Big play here. Third and 1. Design run here with Jackson, and he will take it in himself. Lamar Jackson, touchdown Baltimore. On is Luke to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Ravens have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense is going to get set to take over once more. Here's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
At the 35-yard line.
Watch the edge.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Brown. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now, Burrow. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And with time not on their side, they're trying to push the ball, generate some sort of chunk play by throwing the ball over the top of the defense. It's going to end up being a little bit too predictable. The defense is able to take the ball away, and barring something crazy happening, puts them in a prime position to close this one out.
Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
He was covered by Barrett Carter.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First down. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.